Hi, welcome to my Lisa Loves Crochet and Knit podcast. I thought I'd get on here and tell you a little bit about my history of crocheting and knitting and all the other crafts I've done. So I just wanted to welcome everybody to my podcast and grab your favorite drink and sit down and chat with me today. And I'm going to go over some of my history, and then I'll show you some of my items that I've crocheted this year and some of the other things I have going, my projects. And then I'll talk about a little bit about what I'm going to hopefully finish before the end of the year. So let's get started. I want to thank everybody to coming and watching my YouTube videos for all the googly-eyed creatures that I've made. I'm really enjoying making these. They are so much fun. They're small projects. They are super quick. They move fast. And they're just so cute to look at. They make me happy. And so I hopefully will spread a little love of googly eyes with people. So that was the first thing. I love making them. If you have other suggestions you want to see me make, the other ones I've made a lot of them. I'm not even sure how many videos I have of these, but if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. And then some other things I've finished this year was I made my father a cactus, and I designed it and I made it come to life. I created, this one kind of looks like a duck. It reminds me of a duck. I know it's kind of comical, but I don't know if you can see it close or not, but it's super cute. And I put a little base, I had my husband cut a little piece of wood on for the bottom so it has a little bit of stability, so you can see it and it stays up. So it's super cute. And then I crocheted him, this is not it, this is my sample one that I created, is I created a little birthday cake for him, and I put a different amount on there for my father, but this is my first little birthday cake that I made, and I thought he was super cute, and I put little googly eyes on them, and I thought he turned out really cute. And so it's a good birthday little idea that I did for my father, and he thought it was cute. He loves my crocheted items. He always thinks it's so cute and so fun. So that was just a few things I've made this year. I've also completed a Christmas stocking, and I know it's probably hard to get in the view of the camera, but it's a pretty decent size knitted Christmas stocking. And I have a ton of designs for Christmas stockings that I just love, and I just kind of flip through and just pick whatever I feel like making at that time. And then I leave it open for me to design and add details later for it. And then so when I find somebody has a baby or they need a Christmas stocking, I will it's called duplicate stitch, and have their name be on this, so it's already spot there, and so it's a super quick, easy for me to grab gift for somebody if it's Christmas time, if I'm feeling like they just need an extra little happiness. I do that. Some other things, I created this cute little belly shirt for 4th of July, and I don't know if I'm just going to write the pattern. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video on it or not. It is super cute. It has a little bit of holey, so it has a little peekaboo for you. Still have my stitch markers, and I haven't taken my stitch markers out yet. But it's kind of got a little peekaboo holes in there across the top for your chest. And so if you're a little more conservative, you probably want to wear something underneath it. But it did turn out super cute. It ties around the neck, and then I have it so it will weave in. I would weave in a crisscross in the back for the strings, kind of like a girdle or one of those corsets. So that's one thing that I've completed this year. And then I have some blankets that I've completed. This one's one of my favorites. I've made a lot of these heart little blankets. This one is for a child or a baby, and it folds into a pillow, as you can see. And I just do it with a corner to corner crochet with a K size K crochet hook, And so I just do the heart, and so I just do each square, and then after I'm done, I'll do a double crochet around each square, and then I'll put them together with a single crochet, and then at the end I will put another border around it, whether it's single crochet or scalloped edge or whatever I decide I want to do. And then so it just folds into a pillow. So I'll take it out here and hold it up. It is super cute, and they're just random colors. There's no, I mean, I have a color scheme, but it's just basically random, and I think it turned out super cute. I've made a lot of these with the random colors, and there's really no rhyme or reason. And it just simply just fold it into thirds this way, and then you would come down and fold it into thirds with the squares, and then you just kind of wrap the little square right over on top, and then there you see it folds right into a little heart afghan. And I do 13 squares for this one. This is you know, a smaller size. It's not, you know, a large size, but I do 13 squares, and I put two, I have to do a placement of two on one on top of the other, and I leave one of the sides of the one square open, and that's how I create the little pillow for just a cute little synopsis of that. And then I do have another afghan that is a corner to corner again, and it is random colors again. There's no rhyme or reason. I just grab a color and I just kind of push. This one does not fold into a pillow, though I could have made it too, but I decided just to make it a regular afghan in case, you know, somebody who doesn't really want it to fold into a pillow. But this one is very a bigger size than the other one. This one will cover you if you're in a lazy boy or on the couch. It'll basically cover probably the shorter stature person. It's not a ginormous blanket, but it is enough to cover you in a lazy boy and for you to take nice naps. But I'll post some pictures in the side thing so you know what it looks like, the full view. And then here is another blanket, and I call it my leftover, but I think everybody else refers to them as scrappy blankets. This one is ginormous. I think this one would fit on a twin size bed. And there's, you know, it's just I constantly work on, when I have projects, I constantly just continue to go from one to the next. And so that way I don't have a ton of leftover yarn just sitting around. It's basically used in afghans for whatnot. And then when I have people that are sick, or, you know, they have a birthday coming up or a holiday's coming up, I have a gift that I can give to somebody. And you'd be surprised how many people love just having a simple afghan, and they're so appreciative. But yeah, so this is a very large one. I'll post a picture of this because it is a pretty big blanket. And then I have a smaller one. This is more of a lap size. Another scrappy blanket. These all I've made all of these this year. I know I'm a fast crocheter. This is another, just a simple little lap afghan for sitting on the couch or in your lazy boy again, but it's a little smaller size. So like again, I'll post a picture. And then I do have another one. I have this one started. This one's a little bit different. This one I'm doing in squares, and it's still the same pattern, corner to corner, with a crochet hook. And so I just randomly get leftovers, and I try really hard not to make them solid colors. So I have, I think I have 7 of these, but they're, you know, I try to wait until I have 12. That's the size that I think is kind of, you know, a good size in general. And I'll probably just simply double crochet around the edge again, and then single crochet it together, and then put a single crochet or whatever size, you know, border on that one. And I have um, heart-shaped rug that I created. I just thought that was super cute, and so I've created this with holding 3 strands together, and I thought it turned out super cute. It was just some skeins I had laying around. I thought that they went really well together, so I did that one. So I'll try to include that in the pattern and the pictures. And then I have another heart one. This one and the other square one aren't finished, but this is another corner to corner with hearts. And so this is same with the same K crochet hook. I'll weave the ends in as I go when I start, tying things together. And I think I have one more of those squares to create before I can start making that blanket as well. And then now I will show you my hat that I created this year. This one is kind of comical. It's very funny. I created this so little kids could be happy and play around with the ears on hats, and I thought it was too cute. I couldn't decide not to do this, and so I just thought it was super fun for kids. It's even fun for adults. It's hilarious. Like, I can think of lots of possibilities of creating different styles hats where the ears pop up or whatnot. I just thought it was super comical. And so that's one of my favorites that I've done this year. And now I'll show you some projects that I have going. And these ones are, this one's knitted, and it is my advent calendar from last year. And I decided to do that eyelet infinity scarf that Kay, the crazy sock lady, did one year. And I doubled up my advents for this year because I thought it'd be super warm for the dead of winter. And so I will have a link to the pattern name and the pattern creator or designer, and then the advent where I purchased this from. I think I have 5 more skeins to add to this. So that's going pretty well. I hope to have it done before winter hits, but we'll see. And then I crochet knit some dishcloths, and I always try to have a couple of these I make for the year, probably 3 or 4 of them throughout the year, and then I give them as a gift for Christmas time. And people really enjoy these. You'd be surprised how many people really love knitted dishcloths. And so I always try to have just a simple bag with me to take on the go, whether I'm dropping kids off or I'm picking somebody up or just gotta sit and wait for something. I always have a bag handy. And then I do have a pair of socks that I've been knitting. Now this one is from Knitting Natty. And I purchased her pattern, and I decided that I wouldn't wear some of those things on those socks. I wanted to create one that had, because those holidays are so close together that I didn't know if I'd had enough time to knit a pair of socks in between for each holiday. So I decided to combine 3 little holidays during the springtime. And with those colors, I thought they were great. So I'm not sure how I'm going to finish these. I'm not sure which needle size I have for these. It's been so long since I pulled them out of the package. But these are both done through the heel. I got to pick up the gusset, and so I'm ready to do the gusset and the foot and the toe. And I don't know why I haven't completed these. They've been on my hooks for over a year, so I need to get these finished up. And then I did make another pair of socks this year. I'll post a video of those. And then I still am working on some Halloween costumes for this fall. I've been starting to purchase the yarn and all the details and things I need to add for the Halloween costumes. And I've made leprechaun costumes. I'll post a picture. I made my daughter some leprechaun costumes, and they entered a contest, and they both won, which was fantastic. And we entered our dogs into a contest, and they both won as well. So it's kind of comical. I do make their Halloween costumes every year. It started when I was little and I learned how to crochet. My aunt came over with a crochet hook and a skein of yarn and taught me how to crochet. And then I made little baby blankets for my Barbies and coasters and anything you can think of. And then I wanted to learn how to knit. And one of my neighbors was having a garage sale. And so she was selling some yarn and some knitting needles and a book that it says teach yourself how to knit. So at 10 years old, I taught myself how to knit from a book. And then I just continued to make scarves and hats and with knitting and crocheting. And then when I got into high school, I wanted to learn more. I just have a drive to learn the crafts. And so my father took me to the bookstore and he bought me a whole bunch of books on knitting and crocheting. And I read them over and over. I researched them. I mean, I used them as my entire guide. And I think I wore them out. I don't know if I still have those books. I probably do somewhere. But that's what started my designing, along with inspiration from my kids who, when I was a kid, I didn't want to wear my coat, my winter coat, over my Halloween costume because I am like, nobody's going to know what I am. So I decided to, when I had kids, to design and sew. I was going to sew them originally. I did sew one year. And then I decided I was just going to crochet them the following year because I was a much faster crocheter than I was a sewer. So I crocheted them and the girls loved them. They were warm. They didn't have to wear their coats. They could wear sweatshirts underneath them if they wanted to. And it just took off from there. Every year I decided to crochet them. And so, and it did give me some drive to learn and to want to create better things and be a better crocheter. And so I think with that, I just really enjoy the designing aspect and making it so it's very unique but yet very detailed and you know what they are. So with that, there are days that when with designing that it comes that it doesn't work out the way you plan, and you can design all day long and it doesn't work for that costume or that item, because I've knit sweaters and I've had to take them out and things of that nature because it just didn't work. But I think that's part of the designing aspect. And so you know what doesn't work or what won't work, and then you'll just do what will work, and you'll think again and you'll come up with something great. And so that's always how it's been for me. I just really like to be intrigued and to have a little bit of a difficulty, using my brain, trying to figure things out. I like the challenge of that. And so I really, really like and enjoy designing, whether that's a Halloween costume for my daughters or the dogs or whatnot. But so that's a little bit of my story and my background and the things I've made this year. So I was hoping I'll touch base. And so next week, hopefully I'll have other things that I've created and have another, I'll show my yarn haul for buying all the yarn details and if I'm putting lights in the Halloween costumes, or if I'm just going to buy the yarn and then just figure it out later as I go. But hopefully next week I'll have a different video to talk about different things that I've made or completed. Or maybe, you guys want to see me do a video on something that you want to see that I've created special for that. So I want to thank everybody for watching and subscribing to my channel. I hope you enjoy yarn as much as I do. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.